Evolution of Prince Naveen. In the movie The Princess and the Frog, Prince Naveen of Moldonia appears, voiced by Bruno Campos. He is a 20-year-old musician and playboy who has been cut off from his family's riches. Thus, he intends to marry a wealthy Southern belle to regain a fortune, and he sets his sights on Charlotte LaBeouf, daughter of the wealthy Eli LaBeouf. However, while visiting New Orleans, Naveen was transformed into a frog by a wicked witch doctor named Dr. Facilier after he cut his finger with his talisman to fill it with his blood. He was then imprisoned, while Lawrence, Naveen's valet, took his place as Charlotte's suitor. Only by kissing a princess can he break the spell and become human again. Naveen comes across a woman named Tiana, a waitress, whom he kisses, believing she is a princess due to her attire. But due to Tiana not being a real princess, Naveen remains a frog, and Tiana is transformed into a frog as well. Later on, guided by the jazz-playing Alligator Lewis and the Firefly Ray, Naveen and Tiana head off through the bayous in search of Mama Odie, a kind voodoo priestess with the power to turn them human. Naveen's feelings grow through the moment, as does Tiana, and the two nearly share a kiss, only to be stopped when Tiana reminds him that he is Charlotte's intended, because he had promised to grant Tiana her restaurant once he marries Charlotte. Later on, Naveen is captured by Facilier's shadow demons and delivered to New Orleans. There, Lawrence takes some of his blood, thus conjuring the princely disguise once again. That night, Naveen manages to attack Lawrence, which in turn puts a stop to the wedding before the marriage is complete. Naveen starts to battle his former valet and pulls the talisman off the latter's neck, and later, Tiana destroys it. Later on, Charlotte agrees to kiss Naveen for him and Tiana. No marriage is required. Unfortunately, the clock strikes 12 before she can, and the frog curse supposedly becomes permanent. Tiana and Naveen decide that it does not matter whether they are frogs or humans. Finally, Naveen and Tiana are married by Mama Odie in the bayous, and magically transform back into humans. Their marriage officially made Tiana a princess, and kissing a princess breaks the spell. Later, a second wedding is held in New Orleans to make it official. After the wedding celebration, Naveen and Tiana successfully purchased her restaurant, which eventually transformed into a beautiful, elegant establishment. In the series Robot Chicken, in the segment Disney Princess War of the episode Stone Cold Steve Coldstone, Naveen appears in his frog form. Prince Naveen appears during Season 7 of the series Once Upon a Time, where he is portrayed by Jeff Pierre. Naveen meets Tiana, Henry, and Cinderella on the day of Tiana's coronation. When the kingdom's subjects are under attack, he decides to join them. At first, Tiana does not trust Naveen, but later warms up to him. He tells her that ever since his brother died, it has been hard for him to rule Moldonia all by himself. Later, when the two of them are sitting in a boat in a swamp, an alligator attacks Naveen. Tiana saves him, but he is badly injured and nearly dies. Dr. Facilier appears and says that he lured Naveen to the bayou to get a necklace out of the alligator. Tiana makes a deal with Facilier to save Naveen, but Facilier magically transports him to a place where she'll never find him. In the Hyperion Heights neighborhood, Naveen appears in a cursed persona named Drew. He is a food truck vendor who knew Sabine in the past. During a food event, Sabine's food truck is forced to close down since she does not have a permit. Sabine accuses Drew of stealing her permit because she believes he is afraid of the competition. Later, Drew apologizes to Sabine for everything that has happened and gives Sabine his permit so she can reopen her food truck. After Drew helps Sabine with making food for the residents of Hyperion Heights, it is then revealed that Drew has been working for Mr. Somdi, the cursed counterpart of Dr. Facilier, and is only trying to make Sabine gain his trust as part of a plan. However, after the curse is broken, he breaks free from Somdi's control and reunites with Sabine. In the 2018 adventure comedy movie Ralph Breaks the Internet, Naveen appears in his frog form. After the princesses save Wreck-It Ralph from plummeting to his doom, he is laid to rest in a style similar to Snow White. As a comical homage to True Love's kiss, Tiana brings forth Naveen to wake Ralph with a kiss. When Ralph awakens, Naveen throws him a flirtatious glance. Naveen is then seen being held by Tiana for the remainder of the scene. In the 2021 short movie Us Again, Naveen briefly appears on TV when the old man is flipping through channels. In the sketch comedy Saturday Night Live, Naveen, the Frog Prince of Moldonia, appears, portrayed by Chris Redd. In the plot, Princess Tiana, played by Zoe Kravitz, learns a shocking fact about frogs from Naveen. At the end of the sketch, a middle-aged Cajun firefly, Ray, gets eaten by the prince. In the 2023 short movie Once Upon a Studio, Prince Naveen joins all of the Disney characters, standing next to Tiana to take the group photo.